problems than anything else is getting there and understanding how to become a part of the culture. It's simple things. How do I turn on my gas? How do I turn on my water? How do I get my utilities? How do I find out which internet provider I should use? All of those basic things that we all take for granted. See, I didn't ever intend to live in Germany. When I was much younger, I used to work for another company in the UK, and one day the boss came and said, guess what? We have a problem in Germany and you're going to solve it. Not you're going to solve the problem, you're going to go to Germany to solve the problem. And I went to Germany with no intention of staying. In fact, I left Germany after I solved the problem and went to see a young lady that I had known in school and thought we might have a future together when my boss did that great thing that he did, and he called me again and said, we have another problem in Germany and you're going to solve it. So I went back to Germany, and several decades later I was still there. But when I got there, the hardest problem I had was figuring out all of these things that needed to be done. So by hook and by crook and by stumbling and trying and trial and error, I figured it all out. But the thing that I discovered is all of these things were available, but nobody was helping people like me, an expat, figure out how to do it easily and succinctly, without all of the trouble, without making the mistakes, without running across roadblock after roadblock. So I sat back and thought, how do I fix this problem? So what I started doing was going to companies just like yours, Henkel, and I've created a website where you can just put a simple link right on your website that will drive any expat that's working for your company over to a site that will talk to them in their own language about how to get these problems solved. Exactly what they need to do, step by step, systematically, so that they can solve this problem. It's very simple. It takes very little work on your part. I've already done all of the hard work. I've translated everything into English and Spanish and French. So any of those people who need it can come there, get all the information that they need. They'll know exactly who to connect with, and you'll be providing them a great service because it's what they need. How many times have you had things like absenteeism because people had to go get a translator to go to the post office with them to get their power turned on? Right? It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it's frustrating for the people, it makes them less happy at work, it makes them not feel great, pardon me. Turn my mic down for a second, please. Guys, thanks. Okay. It makes them very unhappy at work, it makes them feel like they made the worst decision of their life by coming here. Everything's so confusing, everything's so complicated, and they can't get any help from you. I solved that problem for you. And the reason I solve it is because I've been through it myself. I've been in Germany for decades now, but when I came here, I spent months trying to figure out the systems and everything else. It's easy if you're German, and guess what? Every company like you wants to reach out to the German population, but the reality of it is there's a giant population of people who are not German, who don't speak German yet, and who are trying very hard to fit in. And they can't do it without your help and without my help. I've made it simple. The only thing you need to do is take this very next step. The result of it, though, is when people get this help that they need, when they are able to find this in the language that they want, explain to them in a simple term that allows them to get the results that they need, getting their power turned on, finding a doctor, all of the kinds of things that we take for granted. Once they do that, they become happier employees. They love living in the country. They're just like me. They find themselves here decades later, thrilled to be here, active functioning part of society and culture, and so fulfilled by the job they took. That's what I do, and I would love to help you do that for your customers.
Beautiful.